Hello. This is Chico again. For the people which don't know me, it's that I'm gonna make a series of videos where I want to speak about my daily experiences and my views about holistic health. Holistic health still, for me, it's a system where we work on the physical body, we work on our mind, and we work on our soul. I think we cannot see these things separately from each other because they're all connected with each other. So in the beginning I told a little bit about on the physical body we can work to do saunas, we can have healthy foods, watch your diet, we can go to the gym, we drink 2 liters of water, all these healthy things where I still think about we should not discuss too much about what's good or what's bad. Just go into your own system and see that you can eat as clean as possible. I always say, like, eat the majority of your food, everything God created in a plant or on the floor, on the ground, on the trees or whatever where. And then next to it I also told that I'm connected with Herbalife, and for me that's an easy system which brings a lot of nutrients in a very easy program. I'm not going to discuss if it's good or bad. I'm just saying try it, do it. It's a good way of earning money, or it's a good way of promoting health to other people. The mind is something that we can train ourselves to produce more healthy mind thoughts. We can be more positive, we can be better persons, and that's something where I want to speak about it more today, because last week I was speaking a little bit about the responsibility which each individual has to promote better health on this planet. You know, sometimes we are so used to watch the news and watch other people speaking, and we say, oh yes, this is true, and we should behave better, and we should this, and we should do that, but very few people know that if we want to change the world or our family or our people around us, we have to change ourselves. And that's why I want to speak about today. I spoke last week about an exercise, about this, you know, this bastrika. That means that you start pumping out oxygen out of your system. The breath is something where we all know that we cannot live without breathing. We can have a few weeks without foods, a few days without water, but without breath, it's the most essential activity we do to keep us alive. And we all, you know, we all breathing the same air. Little by little I always say to people, instead of all these fights and discriminations, and we all fighting about cultures and religion and all these things, I always say to people, we all breathe the same air, and that connects us with every human being on this planet. So we don't go too much into religion and politics, but I always say, like, see all the people around you just as your brothers and your sisters, and we breathe the same air, otherwise we all die, and nobody wants to die. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim or Buddhist or Christian or Jew or whatever, we all want to live, or not. So anyway, with these exercises, when you start being more aware of your breathing, I just want to explain a little bit, like breathing, that's one of the systems where we can express a lot of toxins out of the system. You understand this? Because if we breathe in oxygen that, you know, that gives nutrition to the cells, to our organs, to brains, to the blood, to everything. And when we breathe out, it brings a lot of toxins out. Well, not a lot, all the toxins, you know, we breathe out. When we were born, you can still see that the little baby, when she's born, she breathes in a certain pattern, which is very, 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 very subtle and very rhythm, and it's a very healthy breath. You know, because the baby she's not filled with all stresses and fears and frustrations and hate and all these dramas we go through during our lives. So the good thing is, if we still can go back to that normal breathing, if we're getting aware, and just I hope that you're going to be aware a little bit, if we are stressed, you see that the breath is changing. It's going to be have another rhythm. If we are full of fears, or we are afraid, or we are full of stress or hate or whatever, be aware that with every emotion there's a certain kind of rhythm in the breath. So just, you know, I don't know exactly how to explain it to you, but do it in your own rhythm. When you go to bed at night time, lay some arms, you know, lay your hands on your stomach and watch your breath. Start breathing again in your stomach, and breathe in and breathe out. When you breathe out, your stomach goes in. When you breathe in, your stomach goes out. The majority of the people, you can see, that do it the other way around. When they breathe in, they pull in their stomach, and when they breathe out, they pull it out. So it's the wrong way of breathing. And when you really look around you, there's a lot of people who are breathing always very stressful, you know, up here. What's happening if I don't want to go too technical, but I mean, if we are stressed, you know, or something really happens very, you know, in millions years ago, and there was a tiger in front of you, yes, then, you know, you start to pump and you want to run away, or you want to fly, or you want to kill the animal. And then, yes, you know, the heartbeat goes up and the adrenaline in the body gets produced, but that's just an emergency situation. In our days, we get always this breath like up, so that means like the body gets all these signals in the brains thinking there's an emergency, there's a tiger. So we always keep breathing bad. That means if we breathe that superficial, not all the toxins can leave the body and we don't get enough oxygen in the body, and that creates millions of processes. Even I'm doing this for many years and I'm trying to know everything, but it's not possible to know everything. Just trust that the body, if she can breathe well in and out, things in the mind going to change, things in your body going to change, your mind is going to change, your thoughts are going to change, many processes are going to change. And that's what I think we all should do. Taking this responsibility to take responsible how we feel and what we share with other people. What I also want to share, a very intimate thing, because I always promote like don't judge, don't discuss, don't be bad to other people. I discussed last week about myself that I think normally in daily life I don't judge too much, and I try to be a good person as much as possible, and I try to be as pure as possible, and I'm still every day working on myself to be a better person and to be more lovable and more sweet, more pure, more authentic. And of course I'm on my way. I still make many mistakes, still do the wrong words, still maybe do some negative actions, and that's life, you know. We're not human beings which are perfectly. But if you have the attention to improve yourself while accepting yourself every day, say every morning, I accept myself the way I am, but I want to improve myself. I want to improve my thoughts, my body, my health, my actions towards other people. I think that's the thing you can do. I discovered last week something very almost scary, to be honest with you, that I finished with my relationship. That was the 5th relationship, and I was getting aware that the bad negative things which are coming out of my mind, out of my actions, out of my mouth when I'm in a relationship always confuses me. I think like, why am I so aggressive or so negative or so critical to these people? Just last week I was doing my breathing and then I realized I think in my past I got a lot of rejections, you know, from my parents. And, yeah, that's my personal story, but I can share it with you. I'm not ashamed of this. But it means actually when somebody starts to love me again, that I'm still afraid to get rejected. And to protect this part, I start rejecting other people to avoid that they're going to reject me. So that was a stupid little, well, maybe not stupid, but it was a little thing which made me aware. I think, wow, this is what I'm doing. I'm a good person. I'm always, I think, sweet and nice and loving to other persons. But if it's coming to in a sexual relationship and people coming closer to me, then I start to be very critical, very aggressive, very bad words, bad action. But that was a protection thing from my childhood. And these are the nice things when you start going into yourself and not reading books, but just investigate yourself. You start to be little by little, investigate more things about yourself, and that's what I want to promote with you. Shut off televisions as much as possible, shut off music, radios, whatever. Go more into the parks, go more into nature, go more into yourself and start breathing and start to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And then you see little by little the processes will start and start and start. Don't compare yourself with other people, and know that you have the right and the space and the power to change yourself, but you have to go inside yourself. And that's the only message I have to people. Do this exercise as much as you can. Breathe out and breathe in, and ask yourself a few times a day, what's going on with myself? Why am I this judging? Or why am I this aggressive? Or why am I that stressed? And the only person who can help to get this out is yourself. And that's the only message I want to spread out today. So, I want to ask you, go make the attention today to say, I want to know who I am. I want to investigate my everything, my thoughts, my actions, and when I am getting aggressive, when am I getting judging about others. And we all do this, you know. And if you're getting aware of it, then we can still make more peace with ourselves, and that you can share with your people. Sometimes I have these people who say to me, "Ah, I don't care," and you know, this kind of behavior. And I say, well, if you don't care for yourself, then do it for your children. Do it for your grandchildren. Do it for the people in your work. You know, it's nice if we are surrounded with nice people who are really nice and really pure and really loving. You know, sometimes you have these people who are so like kind of hypocritical people, sorry to say that, but you see that they're not really happy, you see that they're not very loving, but they pretend to be, and that's what we should not do. We are the way we are. Sometimes we are good, sometimes we're bad, sometimes we're criticizing, sometimes we're accepting things. It's all okay, but try to work on yourself, and you know, every child deserves a healthy, laughing, nice, loving mother or grandmother, and just do it for the people around you. But you cannot change the behavior of other people, but when you change yourself and you get more on peace with yourself, more loving, more accepting, you will see one day people will feel this and see this and they connect with you, and then we can have a better world. Okay people, you still know my name is Chico Pfeifer. Go on Facebook if you want, share this video as much as you can with other people. Let's build a healthy community. One day we can meditate together or be in contact with each other, and that's what I want to share today with you. Thank you very much. Go to Happy Health Club or go to Chico Pfeifer on Facebook and share it, and let's build a nice community. Okay, thank you. Bye.